It might not quite have the needle of the Liverpool versus Chelsea battles of the mid-2000s, when it seemed like they were playing each other every other week, but Liverpool and Manchester City have participated in some heavyweight clashes during the Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola era. So let's take a look at 8 of the most memorable. In March 2017, Liverpool and City drew 1-1 in a Premier League clash at the Etihad, which was a frenetic and fascinating contest, typical of these battles during Klopp's heavy metal football phase. Sergio Aguero and Adam Lallana both missed gilt-edged chances after Aguero himself cancelled out James Milner's penalty. It finished 1-1, when in truth it could have been 6-6, such was both teams' ambition and the unswerving commitment to attacking football. No wonder so many dropped to their knees at the final whistle, as by then both sets of players were shattered and running on empty. The intensity of the contest was simply staggering. Guardiola's side, stung by the torrent of criticism which accompanied their Champions League exit at the hands of Monaco, came out fighting as the rain lashed down at the Etihad. Emre Can produced arguably his best performance in a Liverpool shirt as he put in a huge shift in front of the back four. Gini Wijnaldum wasn't far behind, and Sadio Mane's pace and trickery caused City no end of problems. Now this one is just embarrassing, but you can't have it all your own way. Manchester City 5, Liverpool 0 was the scoreline in September 2017, and it was just a nightmare from start to finish. City took the lead in straightforward fashion on 24 minutes, with Kevin De Bruyne playing in Aguero, who skipped around Salman Mignolet to score his customary home goal against the Reds. Mo Salah wasted Liverpool's best chance before the break, while Mignolet denied Gabriel Jesus and John Stones. But the main talking point was the red card for Mane after he caught City goalkeeper Ederson in the face with a high boot while chasing a through ball. It wasn't malicious and his eyes were on the ball, but it was dangerous, and it's hard to argue with the red. City continued to turn the screw in the second half in what turned into Liverpool's worst loss since the infamous 6-1 setback at Stoke City in May 2015. Now this is more like it. Liverpool 4, Manchester City 3 from January 2018, when Liverpool ripped City apart at Anfield and sent them crashing to their first league defeat of the season. It was the perfect way for Liverpool to show they could cope without the recently departed Phil Coutinho, as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain fired Liverpool in front. And although Leroy Sané levelled for City, Liverpool blew them away in the second half with 3 goals in 9 minutes from Firmino, Mane and Salah. Bernardo Silva pulled one back 6 minutes from time, and Gundogan then scored City's third in stoppage time, but Liverpool hung on to claim all 3 points. The match is also memorable for the talk before it from Jurgen Klopp announcing that Luis Karius was now the #1 goalkeeper ahead of Salman Mignolet, in an era now known as pre-Alisson. Talk of the power of Anfield on a European night can often be labelled a myth or hyperbole, with City's players doing their best to downplay the famous old stadium's ability to make the impossible possible. But after Liverpool walloped City 3-0 in a Champions League quarter-final in April 2018, they'll never make that mistake again. The Reds showcased their attacking brilliance during a stunning first-half burst when goals from Mo Salah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Sadio Mane simply blew City away. But arguably even more impressive was the discipline and the organisation shown to weather the second half storm when the visitors rallied and City failed to register a single shot on target. Klopp's decision to leave out Gini Wijnaldum was vindicated, as the outstanding Milner stamped his authority in midfield against his former club, and Oxlade-Chamberlain drove forward with an intent that caused City to stack of problems. City were humbled, and Liverpool will go on to reach that season's Champions League final, leaving City in the European wilderness once again. Liverpool went into this January 2019 Premier League battle 7 points clear at the top, but goals from Leroy Sané and Sergio Aguero ended the Reds' unbeaten run as City won 2-1, with Roberto Firmino grabbing Liverpool's goal. In a high-tempo battle loaded with drama, Liverpool were left angry with referee Andy Taylor, who let Vincent Kompany escape with a yellow card for a reckless challenge on Mo Salah that Jurgen Klopp and anyone not affiliated with City reckon should have been a red. Another memorable moment was when Sadio Mane's shot was just 11mm from going over the goal line before being scooped out by John Stones. City would continue to chip away at Liverpool's points advantage and would eventually go on to become champions. What a difference 11mm can make. Liverpool moved 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League with a crucial 3-1 win over title rivals Manchester City in November 2019. A stunning strike from Fabinho and headers from Mo Salah and Sadio Mane ensured that Klopp's side maintained their unbeaten start to the season. It was a controversial performance, however, from referee Michael Oliver, who was aided by VAR when Trent Alexander-Arnold appeared to use his hand to control the ball on 2 occasions. At this stage, it was starting to become obvious that Liverpool were almost certain to end their 30-year wait for the League Championship, which not even a worldwide pandemic could stop. 2 costly errors by Alisson saw Liverpool capitulate at home as they lost 4-1 to Manchester City, who moved 5 points clear at the top of the table after this match in February 2021. It's not often that the best goalkeeper in the world makes 1 mistake, let alone 2, and coupled with the injury crisis that saw Jordan Henderson and Fabinho have to fill in at centre-back, this was a match and a season to forget for the Reds. The one saving grace was that this lockdown-era match was played behind closed doors, saving Kopite from witnessing this dreadful 90 minutes in the flesh. And finally, earlier this season in October, Liverpool and Manchester City played out a thrilling 2-2 draw as the Premier League title contenders indicated that they're ready to go head-to-head for the crown again. After Liverpool made a fast start, City had the better of a fine first half, which saw Phil Foden twice go close and Kevin De Bruyne head wide. Liverpool improved though and took the lead when Sadio Mane slotted home after a Mo Salah pass, only for Foden to quickly equalise. A sublime solo goal from Salah restored Liverpool's lead, only for De Bruyne's deflected effort to draw City level again in a breathless contest. Both sides ultimately had to settle for a point in an excellent clash, with Ruben Dias denying Fabinho with a fine last-ditch challenge late on. City were going to enjoy a 14-point lead over Liverpool at one point, with the Reds calmly chipped away at, leading up to what many people are considering a Premier League decider at the Etihad.